Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss what are the procedures to be followed for solving any statistical problems. When we solve the statistical problem, first of all we draw the figure according to the given conditions. Only after that we can identify what is the direction of the forces, what is the angle between the forces. These are identified from the given figure. Next thing is mark all the forces acting on the body or the bodies, and keep it in mind is that the first step is that the weight of the body, we keep it in mind is that the basic idea is that the weight of the body acts vertically downwards through its center of gravity. Okay, weight of the body acts downwards through its center of body. And the second idea is that keep it in mind is that when your body leaning against a smooth surface, then the reaction of on the body is normal to the surface, not on normal to the surface, but not on the normal to the body. For example, is suppose this is the smooth surface, and this is any body which leaning against the red color surface, that is the body, the blue color body acting at some point A, touching at point A. What is the normal of this blue color body? What is the normal of this blue color body? That is the reaction, that means the reaction of the body is what is the reaction of on the body? It is through the normal to the surface. This is through the normal to the surface, which is not a normal to the body, but it is the reaction is perpendicular to or normal to the surface. It's normal to the surface. Okay, this is the second idea. We keep it in mind. And another idea is that when your rod is resting at a smooth bed, the reaction of the bed on the rod is perpendicular to the rod. Okay, it is perpendicular to the rod. Suppose this is a rod. This is a rod which is resting on a smooth peg. Then the reaction is which is resting at some smooth peg, and then the reaction is after the reaction of the peg on the rod is perpendicular to the rod. That is on this direction, perpendicular to the rod. Okay, this is the fourth step. And the third step. And suppose we take any string, then the tension in the string, the tension in a light string is same throughout the length of the string, and this tension is unaffected by the string passes over a smooth pegs or a pulleys. Suppose we take a string as this. Suppose we take a string as this. Suppose the string passes through, because the string like this or any string, we take in hand. The tension in the light string is same throughout the length of the string. Suppose the string passes over a smooth pegs or a pulley. What is the meaning by the pulley? Suppose the string passes over a smooth peg, but it does not affect the tension of the string. Suppose the pulley is rough. The pulley is rough. The blue color I differentiate as the blue color. and the pulley is blue color. If the pulley is rough, the tension is different on the two sides of the pulley. The tension is rough. The tension is different on the two sides of the pulley. The two sides of the pulley. Sorry, the two sides of the pulley. Okay, it's okay. And the resultant of two equal forces bisect the angle between them. Okay, the resultant of two equal forces bisect the angle between them. For example, suppose the two equal forces B and B acting at some point O, then the angle between the two forces is alpha. The angle between the two forces is alpha. What is the resultant of the two forces B and B? We complete the parallelogram, then parallelogram OABC, then OB is the resultant. Here the two forces are equal, B and B. Then this is the OB is the resultant of the two forces. OB is the resultant of the two forces B and B. Then the resultant bisects the two forces. Then the angle between the first force B and the resultant is alpha by 2. And the second force B and the resultant R is also alpha by 2. That means the resultant bisects the angle between the two forces. The angle between the two forces. And also, suppose there are three non-parallel forces acting on a body, then they must meet in a point. That is, if the three forces are in equilibrium and two of them meet at a point O, then the third force also must pass through O. This consideration will enable us to draw accurate figure showing the position of the body. So, okay. Suppose the three forces acting on a body, they are in equilibrium. Suppose that the two forces acting at a single point O. The two forces acting at a single point O. Acting at a point O. Suppose the two forces B and Q acting at a point O on any particle. And the third force, because we assumed that the three forces are in equilibrium, therefore the third force is also equal to passes through O. The third force also passes through O. So, okay. Thank you.